If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music he hears, however measured or far away. Thoreau. I am again in a nose down dive, only this time I am in the sky over the Hawaiian Islands, doing 140 miles per hour without an airplane. The helicopter I had jumped out of is 1,000 feet above me as I hurl through the night sky. Beneath me, I see moonlit dancing on the rippling surface of the Pacific Ocean. At 35,000 feet, I pull the ripcord and instantly feel the bite of nylon straps going snug as the parachute deploys above me. Then all is quiet, but for the rustling of wind rushing through my canopy as I slowly drift across the star-filled sky. Looking back down toward the water, I see the twin wakes of the two black zodiacs speeding in my direction. I activate a strobe light on my boot to aid their picking me up once I hit the dark water. This nighttime parachute operation is a standard part of our ongoing frogman training. Every 3 months, we are required to make a night jump into the ocean. Maintaining our jump qualifications is one of the more fun aspects of this exciting job. Suddenly, I notice there is something not quite right with the pickup boats. I can tell that they are speeding in my direction, but they seem to be falling behind, which is very surprising considering these boats are extremely fast. Looking more closely at the ocean surface, I realize I'm not looking at moonlight dancing on the water as much as it is lunar light reflecting off the wind froth of whitecaps. Glancing back at the shoreline of Oahu, I realize there is a strong wind blowing and it is hurling me straight out to sea. For a heart-stopping moment, I consider the possibility of being lost in an empty ocean at night. The word shark even flutters through my thoughts an instant before my feet hit the water. A half second later, I'm jerked back out of the water as my parachute, which is still full of wind, races straight out to sea. I am skimming across the surface, bouncing from whitecap to whitecap, face down. Salt water is shoveling up my nose at an appalling rate. I am in threat of drowning from nasal ingestion. Reaching desperately for a cap well, I trigger it, which releases one set of shroud lines. The wind spills from the parachute and the canopy collapses, which is good until it falls over my head. Because it's not easy to breathe under wet nylon, I desperately begin working my way toward the edge of the parachute. When I finally come up for a breath of air, one of the speeding zodiacs narrowly misses running over me, as the other frogmen pull me into the inflatable boat. I think next time I jump out of an airplane, I will ask the pilot to check the wind velocity first. But not paying attention to my environment, by not paying attention to my environment, I could have made a fatal mistake. For a moment, I remember a high school friend who took a dare to jump off a cliff into a river swimming hole. The other kids incorrectly assumed that he knew about the underwater rock that they naturally avoided. That one foolish mistake, a brief moment of inattention and bad judgment, has placed him in a wheelchair for life. As the saying goes, look before you leap.